Tesla stock is up more than 80% this year, and it's about to report massive earnings numbers this week. I'm Gav Blacksford from Wolf Financial. I'm here with Evan from Stock Market News. We're going to cover that and everything else you need to know to be a profitable investor this week. Let's get right into it, starting off with earnings season. Let me turn it over to you, Evan, to cover what we're looking at here.
Yes, sir. We have the earnings calendar in front of us, and earnings season is now in full swing. We have a lot of massive companies reporting this week. Big three that stand out to me: Netflix, Tesla, and Taiwan Semiconductor. Tesla definitely being the biggest one, but there are a lot of names on here to focus at. I'm looking at Monday, Wolf. Charles Schwab. I know that's a name that you've been focused on. Are you excited for those earnings tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I think this is a make or break moment. We saw JP Morgan come out with blow out of the water earnings, huge numbers. Stock went up 7% on Friday. I'm excited to see what Charles Schwab can do on Monday. If it's anything like that, that would really get the stock moving in the right direction. It's been struggling. The price action has been weird. There's been a lot of positive catalysts that it has not capitalized on, but earnings is the make or break moment. So, yeah, keeping my eyes closely on that going into Monday morning. And I do currently have a position.
Definitely a lot to watch out for there. And you can see earlier in the week and just in general, there are a lot of financials going. There's those big tech names at the top that will get a lot of attention, but we have names like Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, and Morgan Stanley. We have regional banks names like Schwab, like we were just talking about, US Bank, and so many more. So this will be a very, very big week for the financials. We also have names like Lockheed Martin, which will move all the defense stocks. Johnson and Johnson will move a lot of healthcare. I also see Blackstone on there. That one should be very, very interesting for people. I know their whole real estate business has been in focus recently, so we'll see how that develops. But overall, just will be a very, very busy week. A lot of financials they are carrying it. Wolf, how many companies are reporting this week in the S&P 500?
Believe that we have 55 companies reporting this week in the S&P 500, and then next week 142 companies reporting in S&P 500. So pretty big weeks. These are the biggest weeks of the quarter, right?
Yeah, so basically half the S&P 500 is reporting earnings this week or next week, and we can come back to this calendar in a little bit, but we did throw up a couple of the expectations for some of the biggest earnings coming up, so you can go in and see some of those. So again, it is just far left is the ticker, then company name, then the time that you should expect the numbers. That's not the earnings call, that's the time of the release. Then you have the EPS estimate, which is non-GAAP, and then the revenue estimate. So you can see all of these, the big banks and defense names and Johnson and Johnson, etc., going Tuesday before the open. The largest revenue expected there is Bank of America at 25.57 billion. And I'm also very, very fascinated by Netflix after the close on Tuesday. I am a fan of the way they do their earnings call. They normally have a pre-recorded video that gets posted to YouTube with an analyst asking questions. Very clean, very nice as someone who reads a lot of earnings calls. So definitely watching out for Netflix as well. And then moving over to Wednesday. Wednesday is definitely the peak of the week, although Thursday morning might be giving them a run for their money. But we have the earnings estimates for the next on the next page. Wolf, we got Morgan Stanley, ASML, Baker Hughes, etc. This one will be a very, very busy morning. I'm definitely focused on Morgan Stanley, but I know ASML gets a lot of coverage as well. Any of these names, Wolf, or anything that you look at here besides Morgan Stanley and ASML? I know Morgan Stanley is one of the six holdings in the big bank ETF, Big B. But are any of the others tickers something that you watch? Maybe Nasdaq.
Yeah, not too many of these. I feel like the Nasdaq ticker actually doesn't get looked at that often. Ali Bank is something that comes off here and there. I think USB is a little bit interesting. But one thing, real quick, if people are enjoying these videos, it's super, super important in the YouTube algorithm, the like and the comment. If you have anything to comment, any stocks that you're watching this week, or if you have earning expectations, do tell us below. And if you plan on playing earnings through options or trades, do let us know. But of course, any likes on this video do go a really long way. So not too many here. I think you kind of covered the main ones with MS and ASML. At least when it comes to FinTwit, those are the central figures, in my opinion. So I guess we can keep it rolling a little bit further here into the Wednesday section, which I know is the biggest day of the week. You want to cover this?
Yeah, Wednesday afternoon, we were just covering the morning there, and now we're looking at the afternoon here. We have Tesla, IBM, Lam Research, but Tesla is definitely by far the biggest one. Actually, I should read out Las Vegas Sands and Kinder Morgan, not small companies either. But all eyes will definitely be on Tesla on this one. IBM will get some coverage. It's an old, boring stock, so it's not going to make any massive milestones, but we'll see on that one. And then Lam Research is a semiconductor company that I know a lot of people are interested in, but we're kind of digging around outside that Tesla earnings. I know Tesla's a little bit different than some of these other companies, and some companies do this. You want to go to the next slide? They actually do release their delivery information before the earnings call. So we kind of know how the numbers are going to go. We don't know margin, we don't know some other stuff, and we don't know revenue like exactly what it's going to be, but we have a good reference to what it will be coming in at. So Tesla earnings are maybe a little bit more easy to predict what the numbers are going to be, but we never know what they're going to say going forward. We never know what forward guidance or anything like that is going to look like, or any conversations or new products that might come on it. So a lot to focus on. The Tesla earnings call starts at 5:30 Eastern on Wednesday. We're gonna be live on Spaces for that listening in, so make sure you join us. And I think that's pretty decent for the earnings. The other big one that I did want to include and give you guys the estimates for was Taiwan Semiconductor, which I know is a very, very large name a lot of people are focused on. Taiwan Semiconductor, Wall Street is expecting EPS of $1.21 and then revenue of 17 billion. Numbers are expected to be released at 6 a.m. Eastern on Thursday morning, and then American Express as well, 7 a.m. Eastern, expected release on Thursday. $2.70 for EPS, 14.04 billion for revenue. So those are the numbers that they will be matched against. But that is pretty decent coverage of all the major earnings for the week. Now we're going to look over at the macro calendar, which it is pretty busy as well. We don't have that massive headline event, CPI, FOMC, or whatever, but a lot of smaller stuff on here. And we also do have a couple Fed presidents going as well. Wolf, anything standing out to you?
Nothing too major here. Maybe probably just the Fed presidents, I think would be the biggest thing, right? The beige book coming out. But just knowing that every time these Fed presidents speak, especially Barkin, I think, Williams lately, those ones have been definitely paid attention to, and they've been market moving people. I am just happy that they are not early in the day. So as you can see here, Barkin's not speaking until 12:45 p.m. Michelle Bowman not until 1 p.m. and on Wednesday not until after hours, which I like better than when they speak at like 10, 11 a.m. Uh, let them speak at lower volume areas of the market. That's my opinion. And I know that we have that latter part of the week. This is probably the part that also stands out to me, just more jobless claims. We've been getting those on the regular, taking a look at PMI, and then of course just wow, like Waller, Mester, just a bunch of them speaking Bostic. Wow, Thursday is just jam-packed, as you could see with Fed president, so a lot to pay attention to there. And then I also was just gonna say with Tesla, I think it's all eyes on Tesla at the moment with Elon Musk and everything that he's been doing lately. To hear from him on the call as he continues to talk about balancing Tesla, Twitter, and a lot more items going on in life. So that'll be a huge part of it. I think we made it through, though, a majority of the pieces. Any final thoughts you wanna end off with here, Evan?
Yeah, I agree. Should be a very, very interesting week. A lot to look forward to. We do have earnings season in full swing. We mentioned this a little bit. The week after this one will be even bigger. So we're excited. We're looking forward to it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And make sure you're joining us this week for Spaces. We're going to be live talking about all this stuff as everything comes out. We're going to be live for pretty much every single one of these major after hours earnings. So a lot to look forward to. We appreciate all of you.
Take care, everybody. See you in the next one.